There's going to be some great ones coming on now. Even with Lil Tony, as you see, these guys are going to be great. They're going to start eclipsing and coming up there too. But right now, if you had to name 5 of the best fighters of all time, 4 of them going to be black. You understand me? Who did he beat that was black in his prime, that was in their prime, that was on his level?
You put Alexander and Usyk amongst the greats?
Well, Usyk definitely got to be one of the top 3. Because, you know, I'm telling you, he's always in shape. I'm telling you, he don't.
Boxing legends, particularly former heavyweight kings, are beginning to challenge Floyd Mayweather's repeated claim that he's the greatest of all time, even over Muhammad Ali. Their counter, Alexander Usyk, with a string of commanding victories. At the sport's highest level, many retired champs now rank Usyk above Mayweather in historical status. The most recent to share that view is Evander Holyfield, a man whose opinion carries weight among boxing elites.
Last question. If you throw Alexander Usyk into your generation of heavyweight boxing, how does he do? How does Alexander Usyk do in your generation of heavyweights?
Holyfield has always respected fighters who earn their accolades the hard way, and Usyk fits that mold. After becoming undisputed at cruiserweight, Usyk took the leap to heavyweight, where doubts followed him. But rather than falter, he thrived. Win after win, he proved the skeptics wrong. In a division known for its brutality and unpredictability, Usyk now stands as the reigning king, showing that true greatness transcends weight classes.
Ali, what do you say about that?
Well, you know, everybody have opinion to what is great. But it is proven in the ring that he has beat everybody in the ring. And so, you know, the whole big thing is not, you know, when you're a big fighter.
Since making the jump to heavyweight, Usyk has turned heads, including Holyfield's, with victories over tough contenders like Chisora, Joshua Dubois, and most recently Tyson Fury. Usyk has solidified his place among boxing's elite. Some critics still argue that his heavyweight resume lacks longevity, but Holyfield sees things differently. In his view, Usyk ranks comfortably in the top 3 of all time. At nearly 40, he's showing no signs of letting up, defending his WBC, WBO, and Ring Magazine titles with pride.
Make no excuses, and you know, and he works hard. I'm saying, and life, that's what life is all about. This is what we try to tell the fighters. Okay, you win, you get a good run, and
Usyk's next test is uncertainty after all. He's already defeated the biggest names in the division multiple times. Yet there are still worthy challengers. Lennox Lewis believes Usyk's name now belongs next to giants like Muhammad Ali. Meanwhile, is preparing for another bout with IBF title holder Daniel Dubois. After his historic win at Wembley, Usyk became the first man in the 4-belt era to unify 2 divisions, a feat no other male boxer has accomplished.
38 years of age.
38 years of age. I mean, let me tell you, he's looking good. There's no injuries, and he moves well. He's still got the speed, so I think he can go on for another couple years. And with the sports,
that legacy-defining moment came in May 2024, when Usyk beat Tyson Fury in Saudi Arabia to unify the heavyweight titles. But in a surprising move, he soon vacated the IBF belt, allowing Joshua and Dubois to battle for it in the UK. Last undisputed heavyweight champ before Usyk believes Usyk's legacy is already secure. He didn't need another high-risk fight, but for Usyk, defending his name is worth the gamble. Another win over Dubois would only cement his place in history.
I'm the last undisputed heavyweight champion. I feel I'm the best.
Usyk's earned a seat at the table with Ali, myself, and all-time greats, Lewis commented. But he added an important observation. Usyk's not a natural heavyweight. He built himself into one. That fact makes his early round vulnerability against Dubois a real threat. With greater size and punching power, Dubois could create problems if he uses his frame smartly. The early rounds may be the Brit's best shot at turning the tide.
Me and Usyk would be a great fight as well.
And how would that fight with Usyk go?
I always see myself winning. You know, he probably sees himself winning too, but there's different aspects of the fight that we both have. You know, he's a good mover.
Do you enjoy it? You think it's a good thing, bad thing?
Boxing has nothing to do with Floyd Mayweather and his steps in MMA. I mean, he is coming out of boxing. People know him, people talk about him, and it's up to him if he wants.
Roy Jones Jr. also weighed in, sharing praise during an interview with Seconds Out. He labeled Usyk a generational fighter for his dominance in both cruiserweight and heavyweight. Jones argued that anyone ignoring Usyk's impact on boxing timeline is missing the point. However, he stopped short of calling Usyk the greatest heavyweight ever. In Jones's opinion, being the best in history requires time, legacy building, and continued dominance, but Usyk's already well on his way.
The good big guy usually beats the good little guy. But Usyk is a little bit different. He's a more complex little guy than most little guys around. It's kind of like when I fought John Ruiz, I wasn't just a little guy, I was a pretty complex little guy. Bad side.
I'm not placing him in Ali's category, Roy Jones Jr. clarified. And I'm not saying he could survive against punchers like Ernie Shaversweave. Never seen him absorb that kind of heat. Jones continued, saying a fight between Usyk and someone who combined raw power with high IQ would be fascinating. Nowadays, most fighters either hit hard or think well in the ring. Very few can do both, he explained. Asked about Usyk's legacy, Jones placed him firmly within the top 10 all-time heavyweights, possibly even the top 5. Still, he warned that legends like Mike Tyson, George Foreman, and Lennox Lewis would be dangerous matchups for Usyk.
Usyk wins. He's the premier heavyweight of this era, and he's
best cruiserweight of all time.
And the best cruiserweight of all time. It's which I know is blasphemy to a lot of old schoolers with Holyfield, who was also an amazing cruiserweight. It's take your pick there. I think Usyk is possibly the best cruiserweight ever.
Mike Tyson has always given Floyd Mayweather his flowers when it comes to boxing ability. But when Floyd made the claim that he was greater than Muhammad Ali, Tyson didn't mince words. In an interview with UCN, Tyson dismissed the idea as fantasy, calling Floyd delusional. While both men are clearly icons in the sport, their interactions over the years have always carried a hint of tension. Respect exists, but genuine rapport, that's been harder to spot.
Tell me, what's the difference now from your era to today?
No one was afraid of anyone. Everyone really believed they can beat him.
But it's a business, more business, it's more money than everybody.
Floyd Mayweather changed the game of it when he turned into the pretty boy.
Tyson and Mayweather have never really aligned, and they often trade subtle jabs, not with fists, but with words. They've never posed as friends, yet neither has crossed any disrespectful lines either. On an episode of Hot Boxin', host Jason Lee brought up an intriguing thought. Why have these two boxing legends never bonded? They're both greats and don't flaunt it too much, seems like they'd have chemistry, Lee commented. Tyson responded instantly. You think Floyd is humble behind closed doors? He asked. Lee, surprised, said, he's always chill with me. Maybe I bring it out of people. I just always pictured the two of you hanging two champions, sharing stories.
Mike, you in your prime against Joshua or Usyk? How many rounds does it last?
Well, I'm only just talking about their first fight. I'm not talking about any of their fights before
okay.
Their fight. That night was cool. I don't know about any other night, but that was cool too. But he had to get in that ring and fight too. He had to fight the best competitor. He wiped everybody out. And that's why he's who he is. He beat everybody. He beat everybody I thought would give him a chance. He just wiped everybody out. Nobody can even match him. The best.
Tyson considered the idea thoughtfully. Sometimes, I think we might get along. Then again, maybe we're just cut from different cloth, he said. Now both retired, Tyson at 58 remains the youngest heavyweight champion in history. A two-title holder, Mayweather, on the other hand, is undefeated across 5 weight divisions, with a spotless 50-0 record. Though their legacies stand tall on their own, their journeys reflect contrasting styles, personalities, and philosophy paths that never truly converged.